Hello, friends. Welcome to Betkraft, your home of short football bet predictions and analysis. Okay, every day we, go into the leagues that is going on that very day, and we look into these games that are playing for that very day. We make our analysis based on the previous data that we have available. Okay, even though we are still in international break, but we do have some of those lower league who have their games going on today across the globe. So we dive deep and look into these games and also made the analysis and brought it forward for you. Okay. And at this point, I want to ask, for those of you who are coming across our video for the very first time, please kindly take our time to click the subscription button down there so that you help us grow in this channel as well as in that you won't be missing out on our content that we dish out every day in this very channel. Okay, that being said, we head into the business of the day. Today we have games in Algeria. We have also in Morocco as well as in lower leagues in England and as well as Ireland also. So today we're starting with the first game, and it is in Algeria League One, where we have Saura coming up against MC Alga in Algeria League. So we take a look at as usual how they fared in the previous games that led to this very one, and from there we'll be able to bring all of this data together and come up to the very best verdict for these very games. And okay, for the home side, Saura, we see that in the past 5 games so far, they've had 2 wins and they've also, um, you know, they've had 1 win and they've had 2 losses and 2 draws in the past 5 games I've had. But why the 5 games I've played in the past 5 home games for this home side, while playing at home, they've had 2 wins. They've also had 2 draws and 1 loss. Okay, and the away side, Alga, have been able to achieve 3 wins, 1 loss, and 1 draw in the past 5 games I've had so far. And while they're playing away, the same result. They've had 3 wins, 1 loss, and 1 draw while playing from away. Okay, and this makes them a very strong side. Looking at the head-to-head for both sides, we could see that the head-to-head for both sides in the past 5 head-to-head, I've seen Melga winning on 1 occasion and having 1 draw, while the home side have won on 2 occasions in this head-to-head meeting for both sides. But in this very encounter, we also note that the away side is much more better in terms of form. And looking at how the standings at the moment, MC Alga is actually leading the League One at the moment, talking that league, and Saura, the home side, is actually placed on the 13 in the Algerian League One. So, bringing all that together, all those factors together, we know that the away side is much more fancy to pick up the scores in this very game. We expect a away win in that very encounter, a away win outrightly. Okay, and the next game that we have is in England National League South. Okay, where we have Taunton coming up against the Slow. Okay, in this very game, we look at how both teams have fared in the past. We see that for the home side, they've had 2 wins, they have as well as 3 losses in the past 5 games of here so far. And we see that in the home when they're playing from home, they've also seen 3 losses and 2 draws while playing from home. And their away side have managed a 1 win, 3 draws, and 1 loss while playing from away. And okay, they've had 2 wins and 1 draw and 2 losses while playing from away. And what of note is the fact that these two teams in the past 5 games I've had so far, their away side have seen an over 2.5 on 4 occasions out of 5 games I've played so far, and the home side in also as well have seen an over 2.5 in the past in 3 of the past 5 games I've played so far, and the last head-to-head meeting was last year, April, when these two sides met, and they also played out another 2.5 in that very encounter. And we expect in this very game, we decide to play safe, and we expect at least another 1.5 in this very encounter. So 2 goals at least coming up in this very encounter. That's our verdict. And the next is also in England Professional Development League, where we have Wigan under 21 coming up against Swansea under 21. And as usual, we take our time to delve into how they have fared in the recent games, and we'll see that in the recent games for the home side, Wigan have seen you know okay have seen 4 losses and 1 draw in the past 5 games I've had so far. And also, what you've noticed is also 4 out of the past 5 games I've had so far have seen an over 2.5, and some of those seen have seen an over 3.5 actually. You know, and also the away side, have Swansea have had 4 losses and 1 draw, as well as recording over 3.5 in 3 out of the past 5 games I've played so far. And that brought us to the conclusion that this very encounter we're going to expect at least 3 goals coming up in this very encounter. So it is an over 2.5. That's our verdict for this very game. Okay. And the next that we have is in French National, where we have Versailles coming up against Niort. Okay, in this very game, if we take a look at the recent games in the past, we'll see that for the home side, the Versailles, they've had 2 wins as well as 2 losses and 1 draw in the past 5 games they've had so far. And while they are playing from home, they have had 3 draws and 1 loss while they are playing at home. That means they are doing very well when they are playing away. They've been able to achieve 2 wins from away, and they have had no win from playing from home. And the away side, Niort have been able to achieve in the past 5 games 3 wins and 1 loss and also 1 draw. While playing from away, they have as well had 3 wins, 1 draw, and 1 loss while playing from away. So, and that bringing all of that together, we see that the away side is much more better than the home side, and we expect the away side, to achieve some sort of result in this very encounter. Seeing that they are placed second in the national, we expect the away side to either win or draw in this very encounter. X2, that's our verdict for this very game. And the next that we have is in Island Division 1, where we have Bray coming up against Longford in that Division 1, Island Division 1 games. And as usual, we'll take a look at the past 5 for both sides. We'll see that for the home side, Bray, they have had 3 losses, 1 draw and 1 win in the past 5 games I had so far. And looking at how they fared from home, we could see that they've had 2 losses, 2 draws, and 1 win while playing from their home turf. And the away side, on the other hand, have seen 3 losses, 1 draw, and 1 win while on overall. And away, while playing from away, they've as well seen just 1 win, 2 draws, and 2 losses. But what you'll note is the fact that most of the away side, most of their games have seen an over 2.5. They have seen an over 2.5 in 4 out of the past 5 games they played so far. And the home side, on the other hand, have seen an over 2.5 also in 4 out of the past 5 games they played so far. And that brought us to make the verdict that in this very encounter, we're going to expect at least 3 goals coming up in this very encounter. It is an over 2.5. That's our verdict for this very game. All right, over 2.5. That's our verdict for the very game, and that takes us to the last game of the day. And it's actually in Morocco, Moroccan Cup, where we have USM Oja coming up against FUS Rabat. Okay, and taking a look at how they fared in the past 5, you could see that Oja also is in the Moroccan Division 2, while Rabat is actually in the Moroccan First Division. And we could see that Oja have been able to manage 3 wins in the past 5 games. They've had 1 loss and also 1 draw. And also, while they're playing from home, they've had 4 wins and 1 draw. Okay, while their away side Rabat in the past 5 games have seen 2 wins, 2 losses, and 1 draw. And also looking at how they fared while playing from away, they've had 3 wins, they've had and also 2 losses while playing from away. But remember, what I've noticed is the fact that Rabat is a very strong side. Seeing that they are playing in the Moroccan first division, while Alger is in the second division. So we expect their away side Rabat, who is much more stronger side, to take the sports in this very encounter. We expect their way win. That's our verdict in this very game. And that brings our predictions in Betkraft for today to a conclusion. And I wish you the very best of luck, and I hope your ticket goes green today. And I hope to see you again tomorrow. But before then, all right, keep winning. All right. Thank you.